All right, everyone, are you ready for the very last chapter of the Underwear Dare? The gang is done at the zoo. Their class trip is over and they're headed back home, back to their normal lives. So let's find out what happens in this final chapter. Chapter 21. Being back at the house was kind of a letdown. I could tell Eddie felt the same way. I watched Eddie tiptoe into Alwida's room carrying the gigantic stuffed monkey. He tiptoed back out again. Even though Eddie had huge caveman feet, he was surprisingly quiet around Alwida when she napped. I hope she likes it, Eddie said to me. I don't know. It's pretty big. Maybe you shouldn't leave it in there for when she wakes up. She might be scared of it. Maybe you should show it to her like it's your friend, I suggested. Eddie thought for a moment. Yeah, you might be right about that, Josh. The last thing I want to do is scare her. She's so little, he said. Yeah, but not as little as baby Chortles, I said. Wow, I missed him. Yeah, he thought you were his mother, Eddie laughed and tiptoed back into her room to get the monkey. I should have gotten mad at that last comment, but I didn't mind because Chortles did like me, and I had grown fond of him. I think I might ask for a zoo pass for my birthday so I could watch him grow up. I headed upstairs to work on my homework. I was sitting at my desk when I felt a furry hand on my shoulder. Nice try, Eddie. I know it's you, Eddie said in a low, growly voice. It's not, Eddie. It's the colonel, and I want turtles now. Eddie doubled over laughing, throwing the big monkey on his bed. I looked over at the monkey. Are you going to be a monkey next year for Halloween? You already have a great costume, I said. Nope, I think I'm going to be Treefoot instead, he said. I wish I thought of that. That would be awesome. Do you know how to make a Treefoot costume? I asked. Nah, but it shouldn't be too hard. I should probably get started, seeing how there's only 7 months to go until Halloween. There has there has to be a video on it. I'll just search trees plus monkeys. That should pull something up. Eddie sat down on his big beanbag chair and opened his laptop. I knew once Eddie got on his computer to play, his homework would never get done. I went back to working on mine. After a few moments, I heard a terrible scream, like a girl who was very frightened. What was Eddie watching? I looked at him and noticed he was laughing really hard, his signature laugh, no sound coming out, tears streaming down his face, and his shoulders were shaking. Josh, he gasped through his tears. It's the best thing ever, he gasped again. I, I, I can't stop laughing. Too funny. He took a couple of deep breaths and stuttered. Monkeys, trees, and you. And he started cry laughing again. Me? I stood behind him to see what was so funny. There I was on the laptop screen, zip lining down Alligator Alley, screaming my head off like a little girl. But how? There's only one possible solution. The monkeys did it. They must have somehow videotaped me with my own phone and hit an instant upload to the internet. That explained that weird flashing light I saw when I was zip lining. It was the video flash. Those monkeys were really tech savvy. Eddie hit the replay button and started laughing all over again. Then Eddie shoved the laptop to me. That's so funny. I gotta pee, he said and ran to the bathroom. My stomach did a flip flop when I noticed it already had 1 million hits. It had gone viral. I was shocked. My life was definitely over. But wait, no one could really see my face. I was saved. Only my true friends knew it was me, and they wouldn't tell because we promised to keep our adventure a secret. Thank goodness. Eddie strolled back in and plopped back in the beanbag chair. I handed him his laptop and sat in a beanbag chair right next to him. That was the best video I have ever seen in my life. He tapped on the keyboard. I just shared it with all of our friends. Thanks a lot, I said sarcastically. Sorry, Josh. You have to share that quality of work with the world. I guess. It's weird, though, that the monkeys were able to figure out how to do that. Not at all. It makes perfect sense. Haven't you heard the expression, monkey see, monkey do? He asked. Yeah, everyone has heard that. So what? So these monkeys spend their whole day watching people take videos of them. It just makes sense that they want to take a few videos of us. Eddie's explanation actually did make sense. Still, it didn't seem right. Then, I just remembered something awful. The weird flashing light also happened when I was singing the little bunny song to Chortles. Eddie, can you search and see if there's a video of me singing the bunny song to Chortles? Eddie typed in boy plus singing plus bunny plus monkey and got a hit. He handed me the laptop and looked over my shoulder. There I was singing in a high-pitched voice and hopping around like a fool. It was worse than I could have imagined. 2 million hits and my face was very clear. Eddie was literally rolling on the floor and gasping for breath. My face turned bright red, not from embarrassment, but anger. I had just figured out something, and Eddie was about to feel my wrath. Eddie! I yelled. It was you! He stopped laughing and looked surprised. What? Then he started laughing again. Okay, you got me. I uploaded the videos earlier. I found them on your phone when I was recharging both of our phones. It was super hard not to tell you right away, but I wanted it to go viral. I was laughing so hard the first time I watched it, I accidentally farted. I farted so hard that a little boop came out. I had to throw my underwear in the laundry instantly, but I promise, the monkeys really did take the videos. By the way, how'd you figure it out? Let's see. One, I noticed that they are uploaded by someone with the screen name Sir Edward Fartsicle of Burpee Town. That could only be you. And two, the videos are labeled. Let's see. The first one is labeled My Brother Screams Like a Girl, real original. And the second one is labeled My Brother Sings and Dances Like a Girl. Well, at least you had a theme. Oh, by the way, you're dead. Then I executed a world-class ninja move. In one motion, I set down the laptop, leapt out of the beanbag chair, and pounced on Eddie with all my might while screaming a terrifying, Hi-ya! We rolled on the floor wrestling. I was actually getting the best of Eddie. He wasn't fighting up to his potential because he was laughing again, and it was frustrating. Through his laughter, he kept saying over and over and over again, It was worth it. It was worth it. And your ninja, hiya, sounded like a girl. Just then my dad and Allie entered the room. What is all this nonsense? My dad asked. We immediately separated. Nothing, we both muttered simultaneously. We were just fooling around, Eddie said. Is that true, Josh? Allie asked. Yep, I answered. I figured I'd save my revenge for another time. Well, that's good, because we have a surprise for both of you, she beamed. Eddie beat me to the punch. What is it? He quickly slammed down the top of the computer so they couldn't see what was on the screen. Allie handed us a stack of brochures. We were very impressed with you two during the zoo field trip. We didn't get any calls from the chaperones. We didn't even get any calls from the two of you. That's because the monkeys took our cell phones, Eddie said. My dad went over and ruffled Eddie's head and said, Don't you ever lose that great sense of don't ever lose that great imagination you have. Eddie winked at me. Boy, did he ever have them fooled. Eddie and I looked at the brochures. They were all for summer camps, and not the boring kind. One had pictures of kids swimming in a big lake, arts and crafts, and archery. I wanted to go there so bad. Eddie's nose was glued to a brochure labeled Space Camp. Is this for real? Eddie asked them. It is if both of you keep your grades. It is if you both keep up your grades and continue getting along, Allie said. You boys need to go through the brochures and pick one you both like, my dad said. Let us know which one you want. We want you two to have a fun summer, but we're not ready to let you go away from home for that long without each other. Josh, you're good at keeping Eddie on the straight and narrow, Allie said. And Eddie, you're good at helping Josh relax and enjoy himself, my dad added. Our parents left the bedroom looking quite happy. I swear I saw them high five each other outside our door. Did they want to get rid of us for a while? Maybe. But who cares? We were going to summer camp. Eddie, look at this camp, I said, pointing to the canoes, the obstacle course, and archery. So what? I want to go to a space camp, Eddie said. But this one has a bonfire and ghost stories. Real ones, I added. Yes, but if we go to space camp, I'll finally get the proof I need that aliens landed on the moon. And how would you do that? Duh, when we tore the moon. Eddie, just because you go to space camp doesn't mean you actually go into space. I beg to differ, Josh. I heard this underground podcast from a kid who went to space camp. He gave very detailed information about touring the moon and finding alien ruins. Ugh, we are not going to space camp. I say we are. No, we are not. Yes, we are, and I'm going to convince all our friends to go too, he said, and crossed his arms defiantly. Listen, Mom and Dad said we had to pick one camp. One, Eddie, and space camp is not the one. Don't you want to go to a real camp where you can swim and kayak and shoot arrows? That does sound tempting, but I have to find out the truth. It's out there, Josh. I just have to dig it up and expose it to the world. You know we'll never agree, I said, and got a huge grin on my face. A series of dares to decide? He grinned back, and I nodded my head, yes. Oh boy, so it looks like that's the end. And they are going to need to do another series of dares to see which summer camp they're going to go to. By the way, if you are interested in reading the third underwear dare, it is called Camp Off, and you can buy it on Amazon if you're interested in reading it or see if your library has it nearby. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.